Magic man. Sean, let's get it.
There's no separation between church and state. Hold it. There's no separation between church and jazz, especially when it comes to our next guest, Shawn Raiford. 21 years ago, Shawn Raiford first played his professional gig at his grandmother's church in Sacramento, California, and he never stopped playing until the COVID break this year gave him the time to finally release his first recording called Man with the Horn. Recorded on his own label and released on August 23, 2020, Man with a Horn is a blend of smooth jazz, pop, funk, soul, and of course gospel. The album is finding an audience and getting a spring reboot. If you learn anything from this interview, is that he is a good person who just wants to play his horn. He's ready to entertain you. Hello and welcome to Something Came from Baltimore, the show. I am your host, Tom Gouker. Hang in with us and be a part of that Bmore music scene. Before we get into this interview, let's listen to Shawn Raiford's cover of Grover Washington's classic Magic Man. Shawn Raiford, welcome to Something Came from Baltimore.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I sought you out. I watched the video of Man with a Horn, and I thought it was a hot video. The song rocked, and then I dug into your album, and I'm like, okay, this is some man I want to talk to. This is a really good album. I hope you're very proud of it.
I am. It's my first, and man, it took a while.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was using the analogy of, okay, the Man with the Horn is a Miles Davis album. That was a 6-year absence between albums before he put another one out. And that's this one, The Man with the Horn, Your Man with the Horn. Is this considered a comeback vehicle for you? Because you've kind of been in the business since 1999.
Yes. I started in 99. It actually started out as a joke because my aunt asked what I was going to play for my grandmother's 75th anniversary at her church, and I jokingly said, put me down for a saxophone solo. And I come back a week later and I look at the program and my name is on there. I play trumpet. Basically taught myself how to play. And 2 weeks later, I was playing for my grandmother's thing, and I can tell you I've been playing ever since. It's been a blessing.
You work in the church world?
Oh yeah, well, not now since COVID. They just doing podcasts now. Yeah, I play for my church.
I was talking about Miles Davis as an influence. Was there
Yes.
Was there a connection between the song and the album title, along with Miles Davis in general? And I know that I was just kind of curious what other jazz influences you have.
I will say this. When I met with the producer who produced my CD, Derek D.O.A. Allen, thank you, my brother. He also did Kim's. But so when I met with him, he was asking me, well, tell me a little bit about Shawn Raiford. And I said, I always give everybody a bio that starts back in 99. And, they talk about different things. But I'm just a guy with a saxophone, man. I just want to play. I don't care if it's on a backyard. I don't care if it's in a living room. I don't care if it's in a festival with 1 million people. I just want to play. He says, so just a man with a horn. Yeah, just a man with a horn just wants to play. A man with a horn that wants to play for you. So he started singing something in his head. And I want to say probably about 4, 5, maybe 6 months later, he sent me that track. And I'm telling you, I sat in my driveway for maybe about an hour or two, listening to that thing over and over. I couldn't believe it. What you guys hear is exactly what I heard about 4, 5, 6 months after telling him about me. And so that was the title. I was like, okay, that's the title of the CD. That's gonna be it. I don't care what anybody says. We're gonna make Man with a Horn be it.
Yeah. Wow. So I want to talk about that song. I'm listening to it in headphones. It's really cool. Like there's an acoustic guitar. You can feel the fingers going up and down the fret.
Right.
And so that's creating like a sound. But then there's something else going on. There's a whole little percussion vibe going on in there. Like it's like clinking glass, but it's not. It's something else. And I was like, the whole whatever's going on, the percussion is unique.
It's that and some. And I asked him, I was like, DOA, what is it in that song? He said it's like grandma's peach cobbler. She can't tell you all the recipes because there's a whole lot of stuff inside that peach cobbler that makes you want to keep coming back and coming back and coming back. So he said it's like that. He said it just got a lot of things in there. And oh man, he did. He nailed that song. I mean, it was that was spot on.
Imagine gazing through the windows of the clouds, so peaceful. Get to know the feeling of the sunshine to your soul. The world can change for the sake of love. We are beautiful colors within the frame. We are to change. Why not love the same? He's just a man with a heart. He wants to play for you. He's just a man with a heart. He wants to.
Okay, because I have questions. Okay, let's talk about the album cover.
Yes.
This is my thought here. Okay, you tell me if I'm wrong. That you do have a spiritual gospel background. And
yes, sir.
There's a picture of you with a black shirt and a leather jacket, and it's a really cool background. And I'm like, he's serving up like sensuality. Like I was like, this is the album cover I felt that you would have. And then when I saw the album cover,
oh my God, you are so. I was going to use that album cover with and my team got behind me and they were like, Shawn, you can't come out there like Knight Rider on your first CD.
Oh no.
Come out, nice and make sure everybody likes you. I'm like, okay, all right. I'll listen to you. But that black
shirt, leather jacket.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And the jacket, oh my God. Yeah, when Tyron did that photo shoot, I saw that and I was like, okay, this is gonna be this right here is gonna be the album cover. I got overruled. So
oh wow. Well, see, I
lost that one.
I felt that was the way to go, and I think I saw that. I'm just kind of twirling around looking at you, and I was like, oh, there, because your music has a sensual vibe to it, especially the song, "Man with a Horn." That I was like, your album covers could be similar to like "Pieces of a Dream" or Jeff Bradshaw.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, Jeff Bradshaw has like kind of overtly sensual album covers, and you're like, okay, well, I know what I'm getting in there. So I was like, okay, well, this is my big theory to this is that I thought, oh, he wanted to put another album cover because of his Christian background, and that he didn't want to be overtly over the top. And then I looked at the video, and I'm like, okay, well, your singer, her name was Lacey Tomorrow.
Let's see tomorrow. Yes,
Let's
her
See
real
Tomorrow.
name is Alexis. Alexis.
Yeah.
Her brother actually plays for the 49ers and made that interception yesterday. Witherspoon.
Oh,
He
wow.
made yes, that's her brother. And then Magic Man, the one where I did like a little bit of rap version on there, that's actually her father.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Lucky.
So she's serving up some kind of sensual vibe, and I thought you pulled back a little.
She is amazing.
I was like, you pulled back a little, and I'm like, maybe you pulled back because of your Christian background. So the whole scenario is that you're serving up sensuality, and you're stepping back from it a little, from the video and the album cover, because of your background. Now that's my theory of this whole thing. You can prove me right or wrong. What do you think?
Oh no, I went with the song. We actually Now I will say this: it is a Sting themed song. It's with Branford Marcellus, and Branford is sitting back just playing the saxophone, and because I wanted to go to town on the song. I did. I wanted to but it sounded so good, clean. I mean, without me doing what I'm going to do live. Live, we're going to go ahead and make it that and some, and I think it just has a vibe to it that's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It really does. Let's See Tomorrow. Oh, my God. Her voice is amazing. When I first heard it, I asked him, I said, who is the young lady in this thing? And he said, man, that's my niece, Alexis. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I said, man, please make sure she's there when we do our live performance. And she was there.
Oh, so you didn't know her?
I've never met her a day in my life until then.
You're driving together and you go in and you're wearing the same outfit. So that's cool. You're on stage together. Then I'm like, oh, this must be the man with the horn because he's standing out front of the theater. So different outfit.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. And I was like, okay, I get this. But then all of a sudden you turn the corner with another outfit and you're in front of a bakery. And I went,
yes.
Okay, who's that? Like, I don't get Is it the same day? Did the man with the horn change his outfit? The thing is that we're so starved for videos,
right?
That when a video pops out, it really grabs.
We gotta take it.
But at the same time, you all videos shouldn't have that kind of attention to detail. But I'm like, who is the man with the horn? Is it the guy in front of the bakery? Is it the guy up front? Or is it the guy on stage? And then you guys are all out at a bar. And then I went, well, that kind of cuts that whole religious vibe that I'm thinking of that he's all about. So I just was like, okay, this is my theory. And so awesome song, great video, and awesome vibe. I think it's a great lead off, and you should be very proud of it.
Thank you so much. I can tell you that when I look at the production that went into a guy by the name of Nick Leisure, and it took actually about 4 days for us to do it. Filmed in San Francisco and downtown Sacramento in the historic Tower Theater in Oak Park there. And it was just me. I want to play anywhere, whether it be, and of course, we couldn't find a church that we could use. We could have used mine, but, nobody's going to be in there. But I wanted to play anywhere. So I'll be in front of the theater. I'll be in old Sacramento outside. Man, I will be on top of a bar playing. Are you kidding? So it doesn't take much,
So you're not looking at an art. This is your first video, so you weren't taking artistic viewpoints, going like, wait a minute, my costume's changing or my outfit's changing, or it's like you're just like, whatever, let me play. I'm into it.
Yeah, I just want to play, and I want to show the world that I will play anywhere. If they call me, man, I am ready to go anywhere and play. Like I said, it could be in a backyard, a living room. I can't wait to do a festival. I played a couple out here in Stockton for SMA Entertainment. And I would love it. Really, I'd love it.
So I was leaning right into the next song because I'm going through this church theme that you're now debunking that doesn't really exist. But so you have the church background, but you got Amen, the classic. And I was like, okay, now this should be in public domain. In my mind, I mean, this is sung every Sunday everywhere. And I was like, oh, this has to be in public domain. It must be like an old spiritual, and it's not. It's really from 1949 from the Wings Over Jordan choir, and then it got popular by the Impressions, 1964. It almost hit top 40, and then it came. Well, it was attached to the civil rights movement, and then it came back out again in 1970 as a big hit. And I mean, it's a song that's in the fabric of our life. So I think it's pretty cool that you added it on, and I was curious as to why you added it on.
Wanted to put at least one gospel song on the CD, and the one that I tell everybody, when I go to different churches and play, I said there's one song that you don't need to have a bunch of lyrics to. If you sing that song in the morning, it'll be with you in the afternoon, it'll stay with you in the evening, because you will say, hey, man, you'll be singing that song the whole time. You'll hum it, and that's just one of those songs that I really wanted to do. And I was going to do it a different style. And then I thought about it. I said, why don't we just put a little bit of New Orleans, a little bit of gospel part in it, and I switched it up, and speaking about the bar scene, I tell everybody, Jesus turned water into wine. I actually don't drink, but but it was nice in that bar scene. I had a scene they took out because I was drinking a Coke, and because it looked like that, my wife was like, baby, I don't know if I want you. I was like, oh my God, you guys keep overruling me. I got to listen to people. I got to listen to somebody.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's funny. Now, we're going to talk about the Magic Man. You have two versions. You have an instrumental and you have a remix. I was going to play the remix just because it had the lyrics on with Luke. Is it Luke Beyond?
Lucky, it's actually Lucky Witherspoon. He's the father of the young lady who sang Man with a Horn. And of course, his son, her brother, plays for the 49ers. So it's number 23 out there if you guys look.
Magic Man. Shawn. Let's get it.
Some might say the rhythm is magic, and I'ma say I'm down with it. Like Shawn Raiford, I'ma ride on it. Peace to Grover, thanks for the motive. And the cold tones of the saxophone make every cold day warmer. It's attractive and I want it, like a 6-footer in tight jeans. Appetite for love, look, I'm just a man looking for magic, man. And it ain't hard to understand when you the son of a blues dude who love blue and dodging caps and tennis shoes. So confused when jazz was infused. Magic. Now I'm bringing hip-hop to you with a sax and an axe to grind. Call it magic, yeah. Call it magic, yeah.
Magic Man. That's my tribute to Grover Washington Jr. When I say that Grover's probably the in 99, when I started looking up saxophonists, prior to that, I just listened to R&B music, gospel music or whatever. But Grover Washington, Mr. Magic, oh man, I think I've opened up every show up until my CD, and now I play Magic Man. Every show with Mr. Magic. Oh man. On my album, the first one was a tribute to Grover Washington. The second one was just our being freestyle, just doing a little something different with Lucky. And yeah, I love that song. But my favorite is being played on smooth jazz right now is the number 2. It's Good Vibrations. Oh man, we just launched a smooth jazz campaign in the beginning of this month. Oh yeah, Good Vibrations came to us probably about a year before we actually launched the album. And a guy by the name of Big Mike Hart is the guy that brought it to us, and I was like, oh, I was blown away. And it came to us as of course as a guitar instrumental, so it was all guitar, and we had to dissect the song and get it right and do this. Oh man, it was a journey getting Good Vibrations done, but it was the funnest song, and it still is, even live. Wait till you guys see it live.
You have some covers here that I'm sure kill live. You have I Like It by DeBarge. You have Bruno Mars with Chunky, which I saw you had
Chunky.
You had a background vocals with that. But I can imagine that Rude Boy with Rihanna would blow people away, especially at the chorus part where they're like, take it, baby, baby. That part probably starts to blow people away, because I'm sure that like the tension mounts when you're playing.
Oh, when we're doing Rude Boy, we get the whole audience, because it's the young people love love Rihanna, of course. And then you'll find the older generation that have grandkids or even have kids. They're sitting up there listening like, oh my God, I know that song. Yeah. So Rude Boy, oh man, I love playing Rude Boy. Live, yes.
Sounds like you're going to do like a spring reboot on this album and give it another push. The more people are aware of it, the more people are going to love it, because it's a good album.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sure.
I need all the publicity I can get. I told some of my friends, I said, if you guys have people that are in other places that maybe can't do a download. I said, just go ahead and burn them a copy. I don't care. I'm not like Tyler Perry. I want everybody to get a copy of this one. I don't care how they get it. If it's free, it's not free.
There was so many old bootlegs of Tyler Perry stuff like running around, like all my friends.
Yeah.
VHS copies.
That's how you became a billionaire, man. It's because of that. Let me do the same. I'll take that.
Yeah. Okay, the album is called Man with a Horn, and we are talking to Shawn Raiford. I am so happy that you're willing to talk to me on a Sunday morning, and thanks for coming on Something Came from Baltimore.
Man, thank you for having me. It's a blessing. Call me back. I'm ready to do this anytime. If somebody doesn't show, call me.
You got it. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the half-hour show with Shawn Raiford. You might be listening to the show on thebox.com, and on season 4 of the podcast, I don't want you to miss a thing. So subscribe to the podcast. It can be found everywhere but Spotify because we play music here. Then I'm going to ask you to flip it to 5 friends who love music. Music fans have to look out for each other. We want you all to be a part of that Bmore music scene.